back here in the BT studios. Two of the filmmakers behind the brand new title. It is called Becoming Redwood, Jolie Collins and Chad Willett. Congratulations on the film.
Thank you.
And I was just saying, hey, it's a good time to make a film about golf because the weather's changing and people want to get into it. I know you just got back from Beijing, we were just saying, promoting this through the Film Fest. But break down the story for us, for those just getting familiar.
Go ahead, Miss Beijing.
All right, so Becoming Redwood is about a young boy who dreams that if he can beat Jack Nicklaus at the Masters of Golf in 1975, he'll reunite his parents. So we're dealing with the world of imagination, but really it's about a child trying to survive his parents' separation.
Quite the task, and I mean, you bring in the idea of golf. I mean, there's a sense of adventure in this. Now, I'm looking at this movie, and I see the courtesy Story Lab Productions, because you two appear in the movie, but this is your brainchild. Chad, talk about this, about putting the producer hat on to make a movie like this, especially in BC.
Well, we were lucky enough to get a hold of the script from Jesse James Miller, who wrote and also directed it. He's a BC, Vancouver local. So we got the script from that. Jolie and I had a company going already, developing some other projects, and then Redwood came along. We fell in love with it, obviously, because it's fantastic, and we decided to go ahead with it, and then just push ahead and try to do a private financing structure, more of an American kind of style of producing, rather than the Canadian telefilm public grants and such.
Anytime you're selling a movie, story always wins out, and I believe this story was written many years back, so when you got wind of it, what elements stood out to you that you thought this needs to be seen on the big screen?
The story just has a lot of heart. You're rooting for Redwood all the way. There's a lot of great characters in there, and it's about family. And I just think the theme of divorce is something that's very prevalent in today's society. It's something I can relate to. But the story has a lot of heart.
It's really quirky, kind of a Wes Anderson kind of stylistic piece. It's not traditional filmmaking whatsoever. It's a really wild ride when you watch it.
You know, making a movie, starring in a movie is one thing, but when you have the producer hat on as well, and financing comes into play, how much more challenging is this, and is the payoff that much bigger knowing that this is your baby?
Payoff's huge. We're now officially millionaires.
Canadian film, right?
Canadian film millionaires right here, first time, I think.
Congratulations.
It's a struggle. It always is a struggle. You know, you have to have faith to invest in movies and to believe in films. But, you know, it's the box office, theater box offices are one of the biggest grossing things right now. I mean, the box office goes up to, what is it, 4 or 5 billion every year, whatever it is?
Yeah, it's
so
huge.
you know, it's there if you can make the right film with the right people in it. This film is more of just a locally based starting point for us for Story Lab.
It's not 3D.
Yeah.
That's next year.
That's how you make the
golf
big
ball
dollars.
comes right at your forehead.
We might have a cameo by Tom Cruise, but
the letter's in. You're just waiting for the response.
Oblivion didn't get very good reviews, so come see Becoming Redwood.
You got options out there. How long has this been in the making for Story Lab to come together to start making movies?
It came together quite quickly. We shot the film 2 years ago, and Story Lab's only 3 years old.
Yeah.
So we're a new company. It's our first film.
Yeah.
And we got lots more in the pipeline that we want to get going on. So
you know, it's a very big deal. And can you speak to the difficulty of making films? We have had so many discussions on this show about what's happening here in BC, what's happening here in Canada, and the production going stateside. What were the realities that you guys faced in making this movie?
Well, it's, you know,
money?
It's money. I mean, that is really the end of it. It's money. We need our tax credits to come up to make everything more attractive for people to come to BC as well. That would be a great incentive.
You know what we really need? We need exhibitors to have the same structure as the CRTC has for radio and television. Bottom line. Exhibitors should have to play Canadian films.
Yeah.
They shouldn't have to play all these American. They should have to play so many amount of Canadian films, and that's the bottom line. It's not regulated. Everything else is regulated.
Content.
You know, Canadian content for theaters.
Yeah, so it's tough. So you're competing with the American market, you know, the big blockbuster films.
Well, we're always rooting for the underdog here on the show. Want to put it on the website to find out more. BecomingRedwood.com. You guys are on Twitter as well, at Becoming Redwood, to find out more information. Good luck to you both. So
Thank you so much.
You guys are doing the Vancouver run right now, and Chad, you were just saying in Victoria. When's the launch?
Tonight and tomorrow for Vancouver, May 3rd in Sydney, BC, on the island, which is fantastic at Star Cinema, and Toronto this Friday.
Making it happen.
Making it happen.
You can go to sleep. I know you're jet lagged. Coming back from Beijing.
Am I glazing over?
No, you did a great job. That's how important it is when you got to market a film. Listen, we're going to take a quick break. Kim Everson, our legislative reporter from Omni BC, joining us after the breaks. It's all about politics for you right here on Breakfast Television.